Hello everybody! Pokemon Trainer Rob here, and welcome back to the Pokemon Emerald playthrough. We have become the champion of Hoenn by this point. We've beaten the game. All that we have left for this project is really just the extra videos, so, you know, nothing too extraordinary there. And unlike Generation 2, I wouldn't say the post-Elite Four game is as extensive. Just a lot of, like, bonus things you can do if you want to actually, you know, go along with that. And I'm going to try to cover these as best as I can. I'm not going to promise a consistent release schedule with these extras. It's just going to come down to I'll try to record bits and pieces of this whenever I can, and I'll release the videos whenever I can as well. So I'll likely be moving on to a different project at some point, like during the course of these extras, but I'll still post these extra videos. I haven't abandoned this project. My goal is to ultimately get done with all the extra videos before the end of 2022, so that's what I'm going to be attempting to do. So let's go ahead and get right back into it. Here is our file when we last left off from our Elite Four victory, and we are back home at our place in Little Root. So the TV is flashing. I don't think I want to do that just yet. I'm gonna just go downstairs first. And look, both of my parents are here. Hey, it's Rob. It's been a while since I saw you, but you look stronger somehow. Probably because I beat the Elite Four, Dad. That's the impression I get, but your old man hasn't given up yet. Oh yes, I have something for you. This came to you from someone named Mr. Briny. So we get the SS ticket. A ticket for a ferry? If I recall, there are ferry ports in Slateport and Lily Cove. I'd better get back to the Petalburg Gym. Mom, thanks for looking after the house, Want. So he calls his wife Mom. That's kind of weird. That dad of yours. He comes home for the first time in a while, but all he talks about is Pokemon. He should relax and stay a little longer. Is that a breaking news story? We bring you this emergency news flash. In various Hoenn locales, there have been reports of a colored Pokemon in flight. The identity of this Pokemon is currently unknown. We now return you to the regular movie program. Rob, did you catch that? What color did the announcer say that Pokemon was? Well, I think he said it was a Pokemon, but here's where you actually get a choice. Based on what color you choose here, you can either get access to the Pokemon Latias if you choose red, or Latios if you choose blue. I am going to go with blue just because blue is my favorite color, but yeah, you can either get one or the other. If you want to get the other one, you unfortunately do have to trade for it. So that's just the way it is, so we're going to go ahead and say blue. Well, isn't that something? There are still unknown Pokemon. Yes, there are. But yeah, Latios can now be found. Latios is a roaming legendary. So it's, I'll get to this dialogue in a second. Latios is pretty much like what Entei, Raikou, and Suicune were in the second generation. So you can find them pretty much on any route in Hoenn. And they move from route to route whenever you switch routes, and just over time they also switch routes. So the hardest part is actually finding them for the first time, because they can quite literally be on any route in Hoenn. And there are ways you can kind of manipulate it so they can actually appear, but I'm going to be going over that later when I'm actually hunting for them. I'm not going to be hunting for them just yet, but I will be doing that soon. But yeah, you have to essentially just find them in the wild. They can be on any numbered route in the game. As long as there's wild grass or water you can surf in, they can appear on those routes. I think that for surfing, it has to be on the water route specifically. but you can actually find them there, so keep that in mind. But yeah, we ran into Professor Birch, so let's go ahead and see what he wants. Well, well, Rob, that was good work out there. I knew there was something special about you when I first saw you, but I never expected this. Oh yes, do you still have the Pokédex I gave you? I have something to show you. Let's go to my lab. Now, Rob and May, I had the two of you help me study Pokemon. Thanks to your help, new facts are coming to light. It appears that in the Hoenn region there are also Pokemon from other regions. It goes to show how rich and varied the natural environments of Hoenn happen to be. That's why I think it's necessary for me to upgrade your Pokédex to the National mode. Here, let me see your Pokédex units. So yes, basically going to be upgrading our Pokédex to the National Pokédex, which means basically every Pokemon in the series to this point can now be added to the Pokédex. It's so cool that even my Pokédex is getting updated. It's because you went out and caught so many Pokemon, Rob. Okay, all done. Rob's Pokédex was upgraded to the National mode. But listen, you've become the champion, but your Pokemon journey isn't over. There is no end to the road that is Pokemon. Somewhere there is a grassy patch that's waiting for you. I guess so. So yeah, if you go to your Pokédex, you can actually see the National mode, and you have the National numbers as well. But yeah, as far as like the Pokédex is concerned, like it's in the National mode right now. So obviously Pikachu's the earliest Pokemon we've seen in the, you know, the National mode. And it's basically the numerical order of Pokemon, like, since the very beginning to now. So now we have, like, all the Johto Pokemon right here, and blah, 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 blah. That's basically what this is. But really quickly, hold on, I'm just trying to... Is there a way I can... Oh, wait. I can do this. If we go to mode down here, if you go to Hoendex, as you can see, it's back to the Hoenn mode, so all the Pokemon that you can find just in the normal Hoenn region. Now, here's the thing. If you manage to get all 200 of these Pokemon, and yeah, oh, well, actually, I think there's a little more than that. Oh, yeah, because, yeah, we're missing... like 96 through 196 through like up to 200. But if you get all 200 of these, and if you come back and talk to Professor Birch, he will actually give you a gift of one of the 3 Johto starters. So Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile, and you get to choose one of those. I actually like what they do in the remakes for Gen 3, Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, because in addition to those, you can actually get some of the other starters through other events involving Professor Birch. But in this particular game, it's just the Johto starters. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you get all the Pokemon in the Hoenn Pokédex, that's what you... the regional Pokédex, I guess is what they technically call it. That's what you can essentially get from here. As far as other updates, since we've now, you know, beaten the game, at this point in the game, you can actually have a rematch with Wally if you go back to the Victory Road where you fought him the first time, and you can fight him pretty much once per day, pretty much. And you can also start rematching gym leaders as well. And I want to say the gym leaders actually, like, let you know when they want to actually, like, you know, battle you. So, just, you know, stay in tune with that, and then you can actually do a rematch with some of the gym leaders, which is kind of cool. And, of course, you can obviously match up against any of the other trainers you've registered to your Pokénav as well. But, yeah, that's pretty much... the main things I wanted to kind of discuss, at least at first. But now there are some other things we can do. So, do I have a flying Pokemon? Actually, I don't think I do. Yeah, I actually don't have a flying type because, yeah, Ringro was my flying type. So, I am going to have to go to... Wait, what do we have? Oh, it's Scott. Hi, Rob. It's me, Scott. I'm aboard the SS Tidal now. It feels great to be on the sea. By the way, there's this place I'd like to invite you to visit. If you're interested, board a ferry at either Slateport or Lily Cove. I'll fill you in on the details when we meet. I'll be waiting. So yeah, that's basically what the SS ticket is. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. The stuff with the SS ticket I'm probably going to do last. That's the whole Battle Frontier and all that stuff. So I'm not going to do that quite yet, but that is something I will take a gander at some point. Also, are my Pokemon fully healed? They should be, yeah. I don't know why they wouldn't have been, but... You know, it's been a while since I've touched this game. It was nice to have kind of a break from it. I have been getting a little Pokemon out. And that's probably not ideal, because we do have another Pokemon game that's coming very soon. And I'm also not quite done with Pokemon Sword, which is another game I've been playing through recently. But, you know, having a little time off from Pokemon was actually nice, not gonna lie. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get Ringra out, and we're gonna actually fly to a location that we've flown to many times in the history of this project. We're gonna go to Slateport, and can anyone figure out where we're going yet? Oh, Karen. Okay, well, have fun with that, Karen. But yes, we're going to go to the Trick House, because after we beat the Elite Four, there is one last Trick House challenge we can do. So let's go ahead and find him. Isn't he, like... I thought he was, like, here. Maybe he's under the table. It'll probably take a while before we find him. There he is. He's a cushion. Huh? Grr. How did you know I concealed myself beneath this cushion? You're sharp. You've come to challenge my trick house, haven't you? That's why you're here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Consider your challenge accepted. Enter through the scroll there and let your challenge commence. I shall be waiting in the back. Okay, well, let's go ahead and go right in. Why not? And, oh god, it's a sliding floor. Aren't these just so much fun? Okay, let's actually get some of my team members that need a little more experience. Consider yourself lucky to be battling me. Okay, I will. Who are you? Okay, cool trainer, Kiera. Okay, this is a pretty good matchup. Leiron is part steel after all, and Bowser Girl is fire, so... I don't like that, though. Damn frickin'... God, I hate Protect so much. Even in, like, Gen 8, when I played through that recently, like, on stream, like, whenever Protect would come up, I'd be like, aw, damn it, not this again. Okay, so we have Manectric. I'll go ahead and use Kip for this, because the ground typing... Plus we have a nice Earthquake we can use. But yeah, like I said before, definitely expect to get flinched a lot by this Manectric. Okay, good. If I ended up feigning because they only used Bite and I kept getting flinched, I would have been mad. But yeah, don't expect constant updates of this because, I'm not gonna lie, there is gonna be some grinding I'll need to do for especially one of the post-game, battles that you can now do at this point in the game. So, I am going to be doing a bit of grinding, but there's also some Pokemon we can get as well that I have to level up, so... You know, we still got some work to do. I do intend to, once again, capture and level up all of the Pokemon that, you know, that you can exclusively get in this game that have not been in a Pokemon game yet. I still intend on doing that. I do also intend to talk about Pokemon that obviously we can't get in this game, since we played Emerald, and there are obviously version exclusives, but unfortunately I will not be able to get those Pokemon just due to the nature of this playthrough and how I'm playing this game, and also the fact that I don't have either Ruby or Sapphire, much less any other games I can trade with, so trade evolutions are another Pokemon type I won't be able to get either. Not many trainers have made it this far. Yes, because sliding puzzles are the game. What am I trying to say? The bane of a lot of people's existence. The gain. Yeah, not quite. Gonna use Earthquake again. Nice. One shot. Good job, Kip. So we have Sharpedo. I think Sig is probably the way to go for this one. Shark Boy. Use Brick Break. Because it is a dark type. So Brick Break's a good move. And we also get Stab on it as well. We do get Rough Skinned though. That's a little unfortunate. But as far as like how I plan to train, as far as like for any like post-game grinding I have to do, I'll probably either just use the Elite Four, or I might also do just Victory Road. I got in that habit where Victory Road, I just ended up training there because it's a little faster, I guess. Since if you do the Elite Four, like even though you get more experience, it's also less battles, and you have to go through like all the credits and stuff again too. So that could be a bit time consuming. But I ultimately want to get my team around like level 70 to 75, somewhere around there. Okay, so I need to get up there to that guy. What's the best way to do that? So I need to get to that pot. Let's just do this for now. I feel like this is not the right path. Oh, I know. Gotta do this. There we go. See, I can do sliding puzzles. I just have to think about it for a minute. You've been slugging through the Trick House Challenge, too. Yes, I have. I've slugged through all of them. Okay, so we have Mawile. I'm gonna go with Surf here. Actually, no. Ground is strong against Steel. I think Steel is good against Rock, but Ground is good against Steel. I think that's the way it works. Or maybe it's neutral against Rock. I don't know. I know people are going to judge me for not knowing all the exact weaknesses and strengths, but let's be real. I don't think a majority of Pokemon fans know every single one of them. There's usually like one kind of weird one or odd one, and especially if they, you know, introduced fairy types like a few generations ago, like that just added another typing to the equation. Ah, dang it. I was kind of hoping that Crunch would have one shot, but fortunately not. Full Restore. Come on, Iceman. Damn it, Iceman. I believed in you. Oh, boy. I believe it's Hidden Power Bug. I think this will be figured out. Yeah. That's gotta be Bug. So So as long as Crunch lands right here, we should be good. Thank you. See, it wasn't that bad. We could have done that easier. Yo, Iceman, highest leveled Pokemon now. Leroy Jenkins. I see, you possess an extraordinary style. I like to call it SlimKirby style. Or Pokemon Trainer Rob style, whatever. Trickmaster I love. I don't know about that. I mean, he seems like a good guy, but I wouldn't say I love him. Ack, you made it to me? You're sharp. Took me all night polishing floors. So you just like over-polished the floor so you could slide on it. You're above me in greatness, possibly. What should I do? My fountain of ideas for tricks is run dry. Perhaps it is time I toured the country on a quest to devise new tricks. I hate to admit defeat, but you have bested me. Still, you must have been reeled in by my charisma for you to visit me again. And again. Yes, you must have. But that has nothing to do with my losing. In recognition of the friendship between you, the driven and the genius, that is myself, I demand that you take this keepsake. Actually, there are two, a red tent and a blue tent. Which do you prefer? Well, I mean, we got the blue tent. We picked the blue Pokemon earlier. Let's pick the red tent because we picked blue first. Let's pick red now. Let's see. I am leaving on a journey of discovery, a quest in search of new tricks. I wish that you will one day visit and entertain me again. And now, farewell. So yeah, I believe that's actually it for the Trickmaster. That's the last one, so we don't have to do this anymore. At least I'm pretty sure that's the case anyway. So if we leave, come back in. Yep. Okay, well, there we go. The Trickmaster has been completed. We are done with him. We will see him no more. So, let's actually fly back to... this is Route 103, right? Yes. Let's go to Oldale Town. I'm just going to very quickly recover, and then I'm going to showcase something very, very quick. That's not going to take a lot of time, and I almost question, like, why this is even a thing. So we're going to go to Route 103. I'm also going to use a repel really quick. Just so don't have to worry about encounters for right now. So we're going to go to the water, going to surf. There's actually a cave right here. This is the Altering Cave. There's rumors that there's rare Pokemon in here. Those rumors are actually false. The only Pokemon you can find in here are Zubat, and I believe that is it. I don't even think there's, like, any hidden items here. There might be, but, like, I'm looking in, like, the obvious places. And there's nothing, so... I don't know if this was, like, a planned, like, event Pokemon or something like that. And I actually don't remember if they did anything with this in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But there's literally nothing here. It's literally just a cave that just has Zubat in it, which I think you can get Zubat in other places anyway, so it's really nothing to write home about, if I'm being honest. So that's pretty much it. So we're gonna go ahead and leave that. Let's go ahead and go to the next location, and this location is a little more interesting. But we're gonna go to Fall Arbor Town. Because, well, Propel wore off. We'll probably put that back in shortly. But if we go back to the Fossil Maniac, you can actually find that the cave is actually a lot bigger now. Fossils are so wonderful. It's so dreamy. Yes. Oh, it's not safe that way. I was digging away, you see, when the whole wall collapsed. I think there's a giant cavern underneath now. But I left it alone because I don't think there are any fossils there. We'll see about that. But yeah, this is the desert underpass. So this is actually going to lead to Under the Desert. Now, there is actually a Pokemon worth mentioning that you can find in here. And I'm going to see if I can lure it out before we do anything. This is where you can find Ditto. So if you need to do any, like, breeding or, you know, like, stuff of that nature, this is where you can get Ditto. Also, if you just want to, you know, add it to your Pokedex, you can do that as well. That's basically where you find Ditto. He's a 50% encounter in here. You can also find Whismur and Loudred, but that is pretty much all you can find. So we're going to go ahead and use another Max Repel, just so we can get through here quickly. But if you go all the way to the end of this cave, you can find the other fossil of the two fossils you had to choose from earlier. Earlier I chose the claw fossil, but now you can get the root fossil. So now we can turn that in and we can get, I think it's Credilli? Or no, it's Laleep. It's Laleep into Credilli, I think. So yeah, that's basically what you can find in here. Which I actually like, because I've always kind of was annoyed at the fact that, you know, you couldn't get both of them. I always like when, like, you have a choice between Pokemon and, you know, you can't get the other one. You actually at least have a way you can get it later on. That's always something I've been a fan of. Also, why is the TV going off? Oh, the name raider. Right. Honker. I forgot that I named it that. Oh, God. It's rooted by the letter O. Oh, my God. Yeah, my nose path's Honker. Almost forgot about that. So yeah, that's a Pokemon I will have to raise up at some point, and I can definitely do that, you know, while I'm grinding and stuff. The next thing I want to just very quickly talk about, this is another thing that won't take really too long to go over, but we're going to go to Route 123, which is this berry place that's over there. Basically, there are some new berries you can get. They may be berries that you can still find, like, out in the wild anyway, but after you beat the Hall of Fame, or beat the Elite Four to get into the Hall of Fame, you can actually get some new berries from the Berry Master's wife. And remember, she's the one where you have to, like, put in a certain phrase, and you can get, like, certain Pokemon as a result. Okay, good. No more encounters. I think you also just give freebies. No, you don't. Forget I said that. She does not actually do that. So yeah, if you talk to the Berry Master's wife, if you put in the phrase challenge contest, and this requires you to get into the Hall of Fame, she'll actually give you a Palm Tree Berry. If you put in Super Hustle, which also requires getting to the Hall of Fame, she can give you a Baloo Berry. And then there's also Overwhelming Latias, which requires you to see Latias in the field. That will give you a Watmel Berry. And then if you see Latios, you get a Durin Berry. If you put Cool Latios is the phrase. So yeah, just thought I would very quickly mention that. Some other berries you can get, and especially now that we're in post-game, and you know, you can start thinking about like Pokemon contests and stuff. That is definitely something you can, you know, start considering. As far as other stuff that you get from beating the game, The Safari Zone has also extended the areas you can now visit. You can actually get a lot more, like, Johto Pokemon, maybe even a few... Actually, according to this, it seems like it's just Johto Pokemon, which would make sense. So, yeah, you can get some additional, like, Johto Pokemon that you probably haven't been able to get yet. So, that is another thing you can occupy your time with. As far as items you can get in the extended Safari Zone, it's a lot of just, you know, rare candies, and also, like, I think there's only, like, one stat-up item, but, like, rare candy, nugget, big pearl, full restore, PP up, stuff of that nature. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Safari Zone. The next thing I want to go to is we're going to go to Moss Deep City. We're just kind of picking stuff up as we're going through. But we're actually going to go to Steven Stone's house, which I believe was up here. Is it this one or the other one? It is this one. It's a letter to Rob. I decided to do a little soul searching and train on the road. I don't plan to return home for some time. I have a favor to ask of you. I want you to take the Pokeball on the desk. Inside it is a Beldum, my favorite Pokemon. I'm counting on you. May our paths cross someday. Steven Stone. So yeah, here you can get Beldum. So that's another Pokemon we'll have to grind up, because it does have a 2 evolutions, and I'll nickname it later. Same with Laleep as well. But yeah, those are basically all the freebies you can get, all the post-game, like, little things you can do. There are some other stuff, but like I've said, like, it's going to require starting to do, like, the legendary hunting, and then also doing, like, a lot of grinding as well. But those are definitely the main things I wanted to, at the very least, showcase to you guys. So yeah, we have 2 more Pokemon we have to start training up. And I will obviously start working on that. There's also going to be some legendaries to capture, because not only do we have a Latios that's now roaming around, but there's also some other Pokemon that we can now catch as well. Pokemon that we have technically seen before, hint hint. So we're going to be picking up those as well. And as far as the levels for those Pokemon, and this is where I was kind of concerned, it does seem like they are level 70, which is another reason I kind of want to train up a little bit. Because, you know, even though we were able to catch Rayquaza at the levels that we were when we fought it, it might just be nice to have a little more survivability in those fights. So that's another reason why I do kind of want to do a little bit of training just in case. So I'm going to go ahead and end this little recording session right here, though. According to this, we've only been recording for about 30 minutes, so not a super long recording session, but some of the videos you can expect coming out very soon. Obviously, catching the legendaries, I do want to do a video on that. There's also, you know, doing the beauty contests, or not really the beauty contest, just the contests in general, because you know, there's 5 different attributes. I want to show that off. Then, of course, there's going to be the Trainer Hill, which is that building that's north of Mauville. I do want to showcase that. And then, of course, there is the Battle Frontier, and that's going to also take a bit of time to go through. So yeah, there are definitely some things that we will need to start looking at before I kind of consider this project complete. As I said in that one Pokemon discussion video I linked, I don't intend to beat and do everything, because that's just a lot to ask, and you know, there is going to be quite a bit of RNG involved, especially when you get into the Battle Frontier as well. But I'm going to showcase as much as I can, just to at least give you guys an idea of what to expect with this post-game content, and that's pretty much all I got. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video when... let's focus on going ahead and doing, like, the legendary hunting. And maybe I'll also start doing some grinding and leveling up the Pokemon that I have to, you know, level up. So, this has been Pokemon Trainer Rob. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Later, folks.